Oh, there you go. Hey, Verse. No one's here yet. That's totally cool. Oh wow. All right. Wonder if I should wait for some people to join, or should I just kind of? Yep, I am live. Cool, cool. Awesome, awesome. Let me just get rid of this one. Delete, delete. There we go. Let me see if I got this going. I hope I got it going. Okay. Well. All right, Verse. Huh. Let me see. I don't know if anybody will watch this, but basically it's so I for my live stream, damn, I'm all over the place. All right. So Verse, I am in school right now, right? For anybody who's either just coming in or who doesn't know. The reason why I'm doing a live stream is because I wanted to do a live stream for quite a while actually. And because I'm near the end of my semester, right, for summer school, I'm taking a social media class, and one of our assignments is to go live. And it's totally awesome. I'm looking forward to kind of, just seeing how the streaming goes for a bit. To be honest with you, this isn't exactly how I wanted it to be. I have another camera, but I don't know why. It gives me the option to play it so I could get it from a straight angle, but it keeps going back to my iMac camera, so I don't. I gotta figure that out later. I'm trying to figure it out with all the other software that I'm using. So until then, I'm just making do. But yeah, okay. So far it's pretty good. It's almost like 2 minutes in. I keep seeing someone come in and out. I don't know who that is, but hey, more than welcome to come in. I'm gonna try to do this for like a half an hour, maybe a whole hour if possible. It's like 6:30. So, all right. I'm pretty sure in the future, as I do more live streams, I'm going to try and make it more, you know, more interesting instead of pretty plain. I don't want it to be plain. I want to try to make this look as good as possible, like when I used to do Twitch. But yeah, huh. Okay, okay. I'm just checking my phone real quick just to see if everything's going all right. Okay, let me see. Oh, yeah, you can see me right here, right? Awesome. Okay. I just wish I could show my screen. That's the only thing I'm trying to kind of get going, but this is just all last minute. There's edits. No, yeah, nothing to do right now. Okay. Huh. Absolutely and positively, when I do this stream, and I get the option to edit it, any part that takes a minute, I'm going to edit out if I can. I'm running short on time here, so I'm going to try to get this going. Let me see. Do I have anything going? Welcome back, other viewer. I have no idea who you are. Keep seeing someone come in and out. I hope you say. Chat's open. Let me see. Trying to see if I can show my screen. I think I should have did that before, but this is all last minute. Damn. Okay. Participants. Oh, hey, Teach. How you doing? I'm just doing the live stream, trying to get it going. So, yeah, I hope it's going all right. Let me see if I could kind of get started. Right. Yeah. I was trying to do a better setup with the YouTube live stream, but yeah. I did a lot of my old setup on my old Mac. This is my newer Mac, so I was trying to get it going, but there's a lot of things I have to download. I had to download Chrome, OBS. I was trying to put in another webcam, but it's taking a minute, so just working with what I have. And if I have more people come in, I'll do a little bit of a Q&A if possible. I'm going to try to do more live streams too. It's really fun to talk to the people. to my verse. I mean, to my verse. So yeah, you know, it's like 6:30, so hopefully more people come in. Let's see. Is there a way to show my screen? Yeah. Great. I just only wish I could show my screen. I could probably my screen. I just wish I'd be able to like do a reaction or something, because I know a lot of stuff's going on Comic-Con. Like a lot of new movie trailers are coming out. You know, stuff for video games. Yeah, if I have more people come in, maybe a different topic if something pops up. Yeah, let's just see what happens. Okay, yeah, this is really good. Okay, I just don't know why this didn't show. No, I have it plugged in. Yeah. Great. Okay. Let's see what we got going on. Da-da-da-da-da. Oh, Adrian, is that you? Hey, cuz, how you doing? Are you at work? You at home? What's going on? In case you missed it, Adrian, in case you missed what I was saying earlier, I'm just doing a live stream test. Oh, you're at home? Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, I'm gonna try to do streaming a lot more, so I'm just making sure I have everything down. Everything's going pretty good so far. Just gotta find a way to make it more creative later, if possible. I'm gonna try to do OBS. It's really confusing. Let me see what I got going. OBS. There we go. Yeah, the camera works for OBS. I don't know why it doesn't show here. Let me see. Just put this down here. You just click the window of your shell disk, your menu. It's okay. Just put this on here. Let me see. Okay. Wow. I'm gonna be honest. Doing the live stream is pretty good. It's pretty good. The only thing I just wish is like if I had like more viewers, you know, more interactions, different topics. That's just the only thing. Other than that, though, yeah, solid. Say a good half hour, and then I'll upload it to the to the assignments, so that way I can put the link in and everything, just in case, and do the discussion, because I wanted to do this first. Yeah, that's right, Teach. I'm so sorry that I wasn't able to come in for the Zoom meeting on Saturday. I wasn't here. I was off somewhere else. I had to go for family. So if I was here, I would have gone in. I hear that it was pretty good. Yeah, probably. Yeah. But I'm still taking in a lot of your advice of what you told me for sure. I made playlists. Let me see, what else did I do? I'm trying to work on the name. Actually, I'm in the middle of going on Fiverr. I don't know if you heard of it, you know, where people can create like banners and logos and all this stuff for you. Oh, cool. Wonderful. Okay, great. I believe it'd be the same time, around 10 to 12. Or yeah, I think so. Yeah. Let's see. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. No, yeah, I mean the logo that I have, my profile picture that I have for my YouTube channel right now, you know, the Corazor image, the animated version. Yeah, that I did that like a while ago. I even made a video about it. I should re-upload it actually. Yeah, I should do that. I forgot about it. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Yeah. I'm trying to keep it. That's the thing. I don't want to get rid of it. I love the name Corazor. You know, I love that name. I love it so much. It took me a minute. It took me like 2 days to come up with the name, put that together. But yeah. No, yeah, but I created playlists. I'm working on creating a new channel trailer for sure. I like the first one that I did, you know, but I want to make it more updated, of course. So I'm definitely working on it. What else am I doing? Other than just other scheduled videos that I have going on. I muted myself. Testing. Oh, the microphone's good. I hope you can hear me. Okay. There we go. Oh, really? The sound's gone? Okay. Okay. Testing. 1, 2, 3. Testing. Hey, Leo, I hope you can hear me. Oh, it was. Okay. All right, I'm good. I'm good on my end. What's up, Leo? What's going on? You got any questions? Anything going on? I'm just doing a live stream test, and I'm also doing it for a class assignment too. Trying to have some fun with it, and especially for the future. Let me see what's going on. That's my Nord. YouTube Studio, OBS, Profile United. Okay. Okay, so here's something that I was thinking of. So, Verse, I was thinking about making a video for Verse News, because I haven't done one in a minute. It's been a whole week. I was so caught up with reaction videos because so much was released, especially with Comic-Con. I wanted to do Verse News because of the fact that I wanted to talk about a lot of that was released. I even posted it on Twitter. Like, one of the dumbest things, in my opinion, that I heard of was that they're making a series of National Treasure. As soon as I heard National Treasure, I was like, oh my God, I can't wait. And then I found out that it's a show. And, yeah, that was disappointing. I would just like make the third one, and even if you don't bring everybody back, which I understand that could be hard, either they're busy or maybe they're not doing acting for some of them. I don't know. Like you could, as long as you bring back Nicolas Cage, because he's the reason why the movie was the way how it was. Like he was the star, he was the main fun of it, and it's Nicolas Cage. You know what I mean? When am I gonna make another skit? I'm working on it. Actually, I got some ideas already. I'm gonna try to see if I can get one up. If not Friday, Saturday, because I got like a fresh new amount of assignments coming in literally tomorrow, so I gotta take care of that first, and then I'm gonna work on another reel. So I've been posting them a lot, right? You've been seeing them. I'm trying to be more creative with my stuff. Let me see. Yeah, no Nicolas Cage. I know one of the cast members is coming back. One of the original cast members. It was the one that wrote the book from the second movie, right? He's coming back, but then it's just a bunch of other characters that I'm just like nobody cares about. I don't know. In my opinion, like I don't have an issue with Disney, but they milk everything. You know, that's just me. Like any licensed name that they have, they drag it out, in my opinion, and I don't like that. So it just sucks that we finally get a third Nicolas Cage movie because people were asking for it, and we get a show. I mean, I know they're trying to keep Disney Plus relevant, and it clearly is, but I just don't really know why they have to do that. Let me see what else came out besides the National Treasure. There's John Wick 4. Oh my God, I'm looking forward to John Wick 4. Obviously, there was a lot of Marvel. It's so overwhelming. I mean it when I say that. It's so overwhelming. Like most of the stuff, they're going into deep comic book lore. They're bringing up characters that I never even heard of before. Like in Doctor Strange, there was a character named American Chavez. I was like, American. All right. I was like, okay, that's new. And then there's some lady that came in the end credit scene, and I was like, I have no idea who that is. I know a lot about comics, and I have no idea who that is. It's just getting bigger and bigger. Kevin Feige, man, like, yeah, he's making money. The producer of all the Marvel movies, for anybody that doesn't know. I'm thinking about doing a skit that has to do with like the Marvel schedule because it's so much. In my opinion, when I start to go out there and do acting, right? Like when I'm able to get an agent and when I'm able to go out there and figure out where to go for location to do work. I mean, I could easily do it in San Francisco too, but like if I wanted to get out of that and go to Los Angeles or maybe Texas, which is what I've been thinking, you know, I'm gonna get the option to probably do a superhero show. It's so common now, even on certain acting sites that I go to see auditions, I keep seeing Marvel pop up. They're doing one for Echo, and Sony's doing another project for Madam Web. And I was like, Madam Web, like that's such an odd character to give. It's a Spider-Man character. It's another Spider-Man character. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah, Leo, I know. Let me see. But no, yeah. Personally, for me, if I had to operate, like, if somebody gave me an option, like for my very first like major acting role to be something from Marvel, I turn it down. I will turn it down mainly because of the fact that superhero movies are great. They're fun. They're not meant to be taken too seriously, right? They're just there just to see your comic book heroes come to life. But personally, because it's so worn out, in my opinion, because it's just been going on for so long, Marvel releases I remember before it'd be like one, two projects a year. Now it's like four or five. It's so much, and it's like so all over your face. I'm just kind of like, I'm fine. I'm just kind of like, I'm fine. I don't I don't want to do no superhero. Even if it was for DC, and I love DC with a passion, I've expressed that more than I possibly could. I will still turn that down too. I will turn that down because right now DC, Warner Brothers, I mean, because they own DC, they don't know what they're doing with the property. I don't know what's going on. I know Shazam's coming out, Black Adam's coming out, but it's just kind of Dwayne, kind of being Dwayne, you know, looking the same in almost every one of his movies. It's like he has a beard or he doesn't have a beard. So that's one. I mean, he seems like a nice guy and cool and everything, but I'm just saying when it comes down to his performance, I just see the same face like every time. I never see hair. I never see him like having to lose weight. For a particular role, he's always the same guy. Like they're always making jokes. Oh, this is a guy that looks like he works out, and I'm like, you think? So but when it comes down to acting, for sure I want to do like actual like story movies and stuff like that. I don't want to do any superhero work. I think there's enough of that. I know they pay well. I know that, but I just don't want to get started with something like superheroes. I would like to diet down, you know what I mean? I don't really think I'll be missing out much, and if I do superheroes, it's going to be for DC. Definitely for DC, because I feel like DC, their heroes compared to Marvel, in my opinion, like DC, their characters are OG. They've been around forever, way before Marvel. They were around like 10, 20 years, almost like 15 to 20 years before Marvel was ever made. Their characters, they just have more character to me. It's more heart, a lot more storylines, lighthearted, dark-hearted, humor. They don't do that as much anymore. Nowadays, a lot of what DC does is a little yeah, it's a bit controversial, you know what I mean? Uh that's I'll just leave it at that for right now unless somebody asks. That's different. But yeah. Saw the new Shazam trailer. Yes, I did. Speaking of DC, I saw the new Shazam trailer. It looks fun. It looks fun. Clearly, you can tell because Billy Batson's a kid. He's not sure if he can compare himself to the rest of the Justice League, which I get. But I'm just kind of like, okay. It doesn't look bad. It looks fun. I'm just wondering if Superman's going to be a part of it. Because for those of you that don't know, in the comics, Shazam looks up to Superman, right? And in the last movie, they teased Superman, but you didn't see his head. He was just kind of like, "What's up?" He looked like that. His head was cut off because Henry Cavill, who played Superman, didn't come back. And now there's a possibility he's not going to come back. Yeah, that sucks. I like Henry Cavill. He's a great actor, by the way. I love him in Mission Impossible. I love them in oh man, what other movies has he been a part of? Obviously, The Witchers. It's okay on Netflix. It's okay. But as Superman, I just don't think he had enough time to do. Michael farts in the live stream. I guess so. I guess so. Huh. But no, yeah. Oh man. Good. Hey, Julius. How you doing, buddy? I hope you're doing well. I haven't seen you in a bit, man. I hope you're doing all right. Let me see. But no, yeah. Going back to What they talking about, DC? No, yeah. Just right now for DC, I'll just put it at this, just to keep it simple and straight to the point. It's kind of, I don't know. Like I said in my video I posted today, it had potential, and DC came out with nothing big, nothing. And you know what was the funniest part was the fact that Dwayne got booed. For those of you that don't know, Dwayne announced he was like, "We're gonna be moving on, but we don't know what version of Superman we're gonna have." And then people just started booing Dwayne the Rock Johnson. I was like, "Wow, I could not believe that." And I don't think he knew how to handle that either. That was crazy. Oh man, like I said, I don't know what's gonna go on with DC. I don't know. Like I love DC with all my heart, but just what Warner Brothers is doing with the property, I do not know. It's just ugh, I'm scared, man. Yeah, I still got like 10, 15 more minutes. 10, 15 more minutes. This is fun. I gotta do this more, man. I gotta do this a lot more. Oh man. I enjoy doing this, talking to you guys live, like it's easy for me to do a video and give you guys what my explanation as best as I possibly can with images and just other type of clips that I could put in if it doesn't get copyrighted. But no, yeah, this is fun. I gotta do this a lot more, man. I gotta do this a lot more. Uh yeah, yeah, this is great. If anyone has any questions, by the way, I'd be happy to answer them, like, serious or not, anything that I maybe talked about, anything that I haven't talked about yet, or if possible, if you guys want, maybe any suggestions. I'd be open to suggestions of certain topics you guys want me to talk about. I'm down for that, Uh, but no, yeah, yeah. I love talking to you, Verse. This is fun. uh, let me see. I'm trying to think of something else that probably happened with Comic Con. Okay, well, I guess we could talk about the big one, Marvel. Make more videos. I'm working on it. What do you think I'm doing right now? Hey, Angel, do you like how Warner Brothers makes the movies based on the 1960s and gangster movies? Yes, yes, actually, yes, I do. Warner Bros. Is pretty good with that, and most importantly, I'll give them this: they're pretty good with live adaptations of things. If you don't know what that means, basically movies that are based on a true story, like Sully. I love Sully. I love the way how they interpreted that movie, even though they got sued. They got sued because basically, whoever was doing the investigation, they sued the people that were making the movie because they thought they were villainizing them, for their interpretation of the investigation of why the plane went down. Sully about the plane that landed in the water, the belly roll. So yeah, that happened. But no, yeah, Warner Brothers is great with gangster movies. Absolutely, absolutely, hell yeah. That's the thing. I love Warner Brothers when they're doing other movies, like regular movies that they do. It's great. But when it comes down to, let's say, sci-fi, I'll put it in that perspective. It's always a struggle. I don't know why. Like, okay, here we go. I'm about to get in a rant. So the Godzilla, the monster universe, right? Godzilla. So the first movie was kind of right? The 2014 one where it's a movie called Godzilla, and he's barely in the whole damn movie. He was in it for like a total of 25 minutes. 25 minutes. That was ridiculous. Then they brought Kong, Skull Island. That was a good movie. I enjoyed it. It had some issues, but I enjoyed it. We got King of the Monsters with King Ghidorah, which was great, but you couldn't see anything. And then most importantly, they showed monsters fighting each other, which was great to see, right? I love the visuals. Like Warner Brothers know how to do visual effects for sure. But what sucked also was that they were so focused on the humans, and I get it. They have star power in the movie, so they got to give them screen time. They got to, make them work for how much it is that they're paying them because, actors, they ain't cheap. I think for like Leonardo DiCaprio, like no, I'm sorry, John Travolta. I don't know if it's still the same way now because he became an airplane pilot now. But I know John Travolta, like his pay whenever he did a role, they would have to pay him 20 million every single time he did a project. It didn't matter what it is for what company, they would always pay him $20 million, period. And I was like, damn. Even if the movie was bad, like Gotti. Oh my god, Gotti was a terrible movie. Avoid that movie. That was like one of the recent movies he did. He was interpreting a gangster, and it was just so generic. It was so generic. But with Godzilla, right? Uh, King of the Monsters, yeah, like what made that movie kind of was that they didn't focus on the monsters sometimes until the very end, of course. And then even when they did, it was always at night. I was like, you couldn't see anything. And then we had obviously the big one, right? Kong versus Godzilla. They clearly heard our rants. They gave us more fights. I love the fights. They were creative. I love they were basically interpreting that Godzilla was the villain at first. Uh, I didn't really like how they used Mecha Godzilla because they pulled a Batman versus Superman. Batman versus Superman. They're supposed to fight each other, and they technically do, but for a little bit until they bring in another villain, Doomsday, or whatever the hell you want to call that. Doomsday negative 2.0, and then he was the main focus. Here was the same thing. Godzilla, Kong, they fight each other, and instead of it being focused on them, which it kind of was, but instead of it being about them the whole time, they brought in Mechagodzilla. I was happy because I saw Mechagodzilla, but I didn't like the fact of how he was brought in. I was like, Mechagodzilla should have been like a full movie as a villain. Absolutely. Like, I could see that. And then I even got more upset because before it came out in theaters, before I went to go see it with my friend, on YouTube, guys, if there's a movie that you're anticipating, especially if it's a superhero movie, stay off YouTube. I don't know how, but there's always leaks. Someone's always recording a part of a movie, and they're just putting it on YouTube, and then next you know what, they put it in capitals what the scene is. That's what happened to me for Mechagodzilla when they first introduced him in the movie, because I was waiting for when they were going to bring in Mechagodzilla, because I love that character. I think it's a really creative character as a monster, And when I saw it on YouTube by accident, I was like, are you kidding me? I was like, ah. My friend Michael, he's a witness to that. He knew how upset I got. I was like, great. Thanks. I was like, thanks. What do you think about Spider-Man No Way Home? Oh, Spider-Man. I want to be careful because my friend, he's a huge, huge Spider-Man fan. I don't know if he likes Miles Morales more, but okay, I'll try to keep it PG-13. So Spider-Man No Way Home, it was fine. It was fine. It is what you expected it to be, teenager humor. They say the word dude a lot, like a lot. Dude. Oh my god, that was annoying. I like the villains obviously because they were from the previous movies. I think Electro was done way better. Obviously, way better. Jamie Foxx got justice in that movie for sure. I liked Sandman, but I wish we could have saw him as a human a lot more. He kind of was Sand the whole time. Like, the whole time. You didn't see him until, like, a little bit in the very end. I like the Green Goblin. Willem Dafoe, man. He can act. I know he was having fun with that role, but I just hated that he didn't have the mask on. He had it on for, 5 minutes? He was talking to it, and then it broke. And I was like, no, keep the mask on. Like, that's why we liked the first Spider-Man movie, Tobey Maguire's, because he had the mask on the whole time. I loved it. And then they got rid of it. I was like, why would you get rid of the mask? It defeats the purpose of Green Goblin. I didn't like that. Let me see. Dr. Octavius. He was fine. I liked what they were doing. I kind of, the fight scene between Spider-Man and Doctor Strange was creative. I'll give it that. It was creative. I feel like Doctor Strange should have won the fight, though. Because it's Doctor Strange, and it's his world. Spider-Man used math. So now we know if you want to beat magic, use math. Let me see. 2 + 2 is 4. Okay. Yeah, so just do that. But the climax, it was fine. I did like the interactions between all three Spider-Mans. Like, that was cool. I was like, okay, yeah, it is cool to hear them talk to each other. The only thing that I thought was weird, I'm going to be honest about this. was when I forgot which Spider-Man it was, but someone was complaining about their back, and they were like, "Oh yeah, you gotta do this," and he's all, "Oh," and I was like, "Okay, what's going on?" That's where it got a little awkward. I was like, "What are we looking at?" And that's coming from me, so I was like, "Okay," that happened. Let me see. Willem Dafoe should also play the Joker. I was gonna get to that. Yes, I agree with that. Yeah, Willem Dafoe. I can see him being a Joker. Absolutely. But I don't know if he's going to. I think he's kind of tired out. I mean, he's already gonna be playing Green Goblin because Marvel announced the multiverse saga. You already know they're gonna bring in the Spider-Mans again. Like you already know they're gonna come back. That's kind of the point. So I already know he's gonna go back and be busy dealing with Marvel. He can play the Joker, but I don't think he will. I doubt it. Everything is just so focused on multiverse nowadays, which is fine, but it can be confusing. Absolutely. Like there's all these different worlds and all these different interpretations. Like the CW went crazy with that. Like it was fine. I saw some of it, but I think what killed it was just all the drama. It's CW. They focus a lot on drama, and I'm like, so it kind of killed it for me. But Spider-Man No Way Home, it was fine. I think what was stupid was Venom. Oh my god. Tom Hardy is a great actor. I wasn't expecting him to play a character like Venom, and I wasn't expecting Sony's Venom to be part of Marvel, like actual Disney Marvel, because Sony has been making a lot of mistakes with Venom, and I guess they brought him in. I was like, oh, okay, that happened. And then they did nothing with him. So I was like, why was he there? Just to get drunk? I was like, there was no point to that. That was so dumb. I hated the fact that they did that. I was like, so you're telling me you made everybody go, oh my god, and then when it came time to use Venom for the Sinister Six, you didn't use him, so you had the Sinister Five. That's so stupid. I hated that. I hated that. So Venom was wasted. I don't know why he was even in that movie. And then his second movie, I'll just do this. I didn't like Venom's first movie that Sony did. It was just dumb. I didn't like it. Especially that one line that they made him say, "Oh, you're a loser, just like me." And I was like, Venom's a loser? Venom. You thought it was funny to put in your script that Venom, one of Spider-Man's major villains, to interpret him as a loser. I'm not even a Marvel fan, and I'm upset about that shit. That is so I don't know how my friends are mad about that shit. I don't know. Like I had conversations with them, but now I know that they don't like talking to me about Marvel anymore because they get hella like I don't mean to diss them. I really don't, but like they get like a little offended sometimes about that. And I'm just like, they're just comic books. Like don't get me wrong, I'm not saying hate Marvel or protest against Marvel. I'm not doing nothing like that. But I'm just saying, these things, these choices that they make, it could have been better. That's all I'm saying. Like, couldn't that have been better if they just did this, right? That's all I'm saying. Same thing with DC. Like I said, just shut it down. Just shut down DC. It's garbage right now. I never thought I'd say that, but it's garbage right now. Yeah. But Spider-Man's fine. If I had to rank it, obviously No Way Home, that one would be in first place for me. The first one, Homecoming, that would be second. I didn't like the second movie. The second one was kind of it was all right. I didn't like Magneto. I thought it was cool that they brought Magneto, but then, like always, the villains sometimes turn out to be fake. And I'm just like, why are they fake? Just give him powers. Like, Mysterio will be a great character to have powers, and he turns out to be an actor. an actor with holograms. And I was like, okay, all right, we're doing that again. This is the Mandarin from Iron Man 3 2.0. So I was like, okay, I guess, I ain't the one making these movies, so I guess so. But yeah, any other questions by any chance, guys? Or questions about anything else? Yeah. I think you see, you saw my reaction to both trailers, I would assume. The first trailer was oh my god, you want me to get in the rant, huh? The first trailer was garbage. I don't know. When I saw that trailer, this is what I didn't say in my video, was the fact that She-Hulk, you didn't necessarily see her doing anything that was heroism. You didn't see her being a hero. All I saw was She-Hulk saying, oh, I'm bigger, I'm greener, so I'm going to try on clothes, and I'm going to, try to be all dorky and funny, and I'm going to look badass, and I'm going to be the man in the relationship, and now I'm going to go ahead and use an iPhone and make all these dramatic faces. Do that, because I've never seen an app before. I was just like, what is this? Like, this is She-Hulk? She-Hulk acts nothing like that. She-Hulk is heroism to the fullest, all right? She's a badass, all right? She takes her job seriously, and sometimes she has fun. She teamed up with the Fantastic Four numerous times, Sometimes she outbeats Hulk, you know? In that first trailer, I didn't see any of that. I just saw the complete opposite, and I was like, what are we doing? Like, what? This is for a second, I was thinking to myself, this is Marvel's interpretation of the CW Supergirl. I was like, oh my god, this is gonna be one of those. I was like, okay. And then they released the second trailer, and I'm not gonna lie, it was much better for sure. I like the fact that Daredevil is in it. One of the things that I did like about Marvel was some of the Netflix shows, and that was obviously Daredevil, because Punisher was a great villain. I love the actor who was playing it, by the way. And when it came down to She-Hulk, I like that you see her being more of an attorney, even as she's looking green. I like that. I was like, yeah, show her being serious. Because in the first trailer, clearly they were trying hard to be funny. And I'm thinking to myself, we get it. Like, we get it. You oh my god, this is Thor Love and Thunder again. We get it. You're funny. You know what I mean? I'm like, we get it. Like, who cares? Like, what's the story? Like, what makes She-Hulk serious? My biggest question is, what's her villain? I don't know the villains for She-Hulk like that, so I'm kind of curious to know who it is. I know it's that lawyer that was wearing pink. I know she's the villain. Other than that, though, I'm kind of like, all right, let's just see what happens. I just hope that Hulk doesn't turn out to be an idiot, because Mark Ruffalo's Hulk, he's not doing good right now. A lot of people are complaining about him. I've not because that's what I think, but because I've seen videos of Marvel fans talking about it. Because I like to watch other people's interpretation and think about what they and see how they think about it, right? From a Marvel fan's perspective. And they all said the same thing. I don't like Hulk. He's a joke, He's always trying to be dumb and funny, and he's not angry anymore. He's not strong-ish anymore. He's just kind of like, he's there. He's a joke. And I'm like, no, yeah, that's true. I'm not going to deny that. Like, I like the Hulk that was made right after the first Iron Man movie a lot better than this one. I like Hulk from Avengers, the first Avengers movie, than this one. I like Hulk from Avengers 2. Almost any Hulk would have been fine in this one. He's just kind of a joke. He doesn't really do anything. So I'm just kind of like, I don't know. I guess it depends on you if you like it or not, How about Thor new movies? Thor? A while back, I was on Facebook, and it says Brendan Fraser wants to make another Mummy movie. Oh, does he? Okay, so let me talk one thing at a time. I'll do Thor first, and then I'll talk about I'll go ahead and I'll talk about the Mummy. So Thor. So it's already announced because Thor: Love and Thunder was so successful, even though it had a shitload of bad reviews. I don't know how my friends are gonna feel like if they watch this stream. They're gonna probably leave. So they announced they're gonna make a fifth one. And I was like, oh my god. I was like, they're making another Thor movie. And apparently the director, Taika Waititi, who did Thor Ragnarok, because he only did 2 Thor movies, this one and the last one, he said he would only do the fifth one if Chris Hemsworth comes back. So the fifth one's a maybe. I hope not. I just don't like this version of Thor that what Waititi does, because the Thor in that movie is a lot different from Thor from Infinity War. Because Infinity War, yeah, he was funny, but he was more serious. He wanted to take care of business. And this one, he's kind of an idiot. Like, he's really stupid. I don't like Waititi's version of Thor. It's so overdone, especially with the jokes. Leo, I laughed my ass off when you told me you fell asleep. I was like, that was funny. So yeah, they're gonna make a fifth one. I don't know why, and that's just crazy. But they're gonna make a fifth one from what I heard. It's a maybe. But for the Mummy, I don't really think they should make another one. I think if they're gonna do the Mummy, this is where the reboot comes in. And normally I hate reboots, but I don't think the cast is gonna come back. I don't really see what more they can do with the Mummy. It's done, especially since they made the Tom Cruise version, and that one was so bad. Like it had its moments, but it was so bad because it was supposed to be a horror movie. Then it became a comedy. Then it was action adventure. Then there was more comedy, and then it was supposed to be horror. I don't know. That movie was all over the place. It was trying hard to be a Marvel movie. Remember the Dark Universe? That shit did not last. So, yeah, I don't know. I mean, I just want Universal because Universal owns the monster license. They own, the Invisible Man. They own the Wolfman. I wanted Wolfman. I'm a huge fan of the Wolfman. The Wolfman first, Invisible Man second, and then for me, I would love to see Dracula. Give me a good Dracula, not the other Dracula movie from what was it, 2014 or 15? That stupid Dracula movie. That was not Dracula. Like I want an actual serious horror film of the Wolfman or like the Invisible Man, because Johnny Depp originally he was gonna be the Invisible Man, and then they canceled everything, and I was like, oh well. I was like, so much for that. I was like, oh man. So I would love to have a serious horror movie, like a horror movie. Like they did the Wolfman in 2010, and it was okay, but it was so slow. You didn't get too many scenes of the Wolfman. Whenever you did, the CGI was kind of here and there. Uh, so yeah, that happened. uh, so yeah, verse. Any other topics? Maybe any other type of movies or news that I haven't heard about? Man, I'm blind. Van Helsing was a cool horror movie. No, it was. Have you seen the show? The show was on Sci-Fi. It wasn't too bad. It's okay, low budgeted, but that's Sci-Fi. I think that's. Here's the thing about the Sci-Fi channel. I like the Sci-Fi channel because even though their shows are budgeted, you can tell when the visuals aren't great. It's the reason why the film, or I'm sorry, the show is the way how it is. Like I kind of like it when it's low budgeted in a way, because that's kind of what makes sci-fi so great in my opinion. Is low budgeted stuff. There was a great sci-fi show that they created that I liked that was called Defiance. It had 3 seasons and then they canceled it. I mean, they gave it a forced ending, but they canceled it. I was like, why did you cancel Defiance? It has such great potential. I was so into it. But yeah. Anything else? I never thought I would rant on a live stream. I love it. I love it. I get to talk to you guys on camera. I get to answer whatever questions. Even if you guys have an argument, like if you guys don't really agree with a lot of what I'm saying, I'd be down to hear that too. Like, I'm down to have a good discussion. You know what I mean? So, heck yeah, man. Let's do it. Have you thought about making a second channel again? You know what? I thought about that. I thought about that. No. Hey, thanks, Teach. The second channel, I thought about that. Because I did that a while ago, right? Remember, my first channel was about vlogs, and then I wanted to get into talking about movies because clearly, from everybody that I heard, I know a lot about film. I know a lot about movies because me wanting to be an actor, I wasn't sure if I was going to go to college or not, right? So I watched a lot of behind the scenes, from DVDs back then or VHSs, or now, thanks to YouTube, I just look it up on YouTube. And yeah, I made my second channel. I did my Try Not to Laugh there. And then, of course, I would react to every single trailer that came out. I tried to do movie reviews, but it was a lot of work, and I didn't have the time. I'm thinking about it, but I'm like, no, it's okay. I think I'll just stick with one channel because, for one, it's easier to manage. And two, now that I have my playlist, which by the way, thank you for the suggestion, Teach. I should have did that sooner. I could put everything in order. So, if you ever want to see anything that's movie related or entertainment wise in general, it's all there, in order. Every single time I upload something, I put it in his characterized order. So, second channel, nah, probably not, because it's gonna be too much to manage. Way too much. It's a lot of work. I mean, if I had like a team, right? If it was more than me, probably. But since it's just me, no, that's a lot of work, a lot of time, right? Especially if I have like numerous projects. Like I have my moments where I try to edit like a vlog, and then I did a podcast at the same time. And then when the trailer would come on, I'd be like, oh my God. I'm like, oh, I gotta react to it. Okay. Hey, where's, I fake it with my energy. I'd be like, hey, so, uh, Guardians is out. Let's watch it. you know? So, and I remember I would try to keep my opinions and anything that I had to say incredibly low for time's sake, because it would be a lot more editing. I know the more that I talk, the more like I have to research and look up articles or look up images, or clips if I can use them, because I like to back up what I say, right? So the more I talk, the more I have to do all that work, and I'm trying not to do that. Luckily, the good thing about live streams is that I don't have to do that. What's harder, acting or making videos? Both. It depends on the project you're making for acting, right? You have to get into the moment. You have to make sure it depends on your progress, right? But you have to make sure you're in character. You've got to, because if you don't believe it, the director ain't gonna believe it either. That's happened to me before, and it's gonna be even harder if you're interpreting a character that was actually real, right? That's hard, because you have to do research. You have to make sure if you're either talking the way how they're talking, if you're dressing the way how they're dressing, maybe interpreting their walk. There's lots of ways to do it. And making a video, that's hard too, because you got to think about it. When you're creating a video, you're like, okay, is that good? Is that too long? Should I use clips? If I want to use clips, I'm going to have to buy this software. Oh my God. If you buy this software, the amount of money is going to cost to do the software. Because I got all types of software. I got OBS. I got obviously I have iMovie for free, but if I get it from my app, it's $5. I have hit films. There's obviously there's two other ones. I forgot right now what they are. But when I got hit films, it was $300. $300. That's how I did the legit wars, the Star Wars stuff with the visual effects. So yeah, making films is hard because it's also very time consuming. You know what I mean? It depends on the length. If you do a film that's like, let's say 20 minutes, that could take like a week, maybe 2 weeks if you're by yourself. I do everything on my own. I learned everything. I learned how to do visuals. I learned how to do clippings, when it comes to putting everything together. I learned how to do music. You know how hard that was? that was hard. Having to learn about copyright and everything. Like every single time I upload a video, I know what to do. When I send a dispute, I put, hey, under section 107 of US law, I'm, for review purposes and parody purposes, I'm reacting to this, or I'm reviewing this, or I'm talking about this particular subject. Can you please release a claim? And guess what? The video I uploaded today, I got a copyright claim, and I sent my dispute like right away. Like, there you go, right away. And then once I did that, I just got an email like not even half an hour ago saying, hey, great news, your dispute has been looked at. The copyright claim has been released. And I'm like, hey, great. So now if I make any revenue, obviously it goes to me. So yeah, making videos is hard. Acting is hard too, because let's say we do a particular scene that involves racial slurs, or maybe something that's romance. Remember, you're not just doing that, you're doing that in front of a camera crew. It took me a year to get used to that when I was taking that for class too. Because like when I was doing a romance scene with a classmate, I forgot that the camera crew was going to be there. All my fellow classmates were looking at me. The camera crew was right there just with the camera, like, okay, just, okay. They were doing that. And I was like, okay, this is a little weird. But you get used to it. So either way, it depends on your interpretation, for sure. So I'll put it that way. That was a lot, right? I know. But it's true. I'm not lying. Like, it's a lot of hard work if you're into making videos. Even reels, Like, the reason why I do my reels the way how I do is because I want to make them as creative as possible. I like to interpret my type of humor in them, for sure. I don't like to just use dubs. I have friends that use dubs, and that's fine. If that's what they do, that's what they do. But I want to interpret my humor. I want you guys to know that's me doing the work. That's me putting myself out there, I don't want to just do what everyone else is doing, because it's easy to do that. And if you do that, okay, you do you. But for me, I like to go one step over. You know what I mean? It's a little extra work, but I'll do it. Infamous would be a cool series. Plus, I'm waiting for The Last of Us to be a show. No, yeah, The Last of Us show is going to come out. I just hope they don't do The Last of Us 2. Please don't interpret that shitty game. Please. do not interpret that second game. That game is... Yeah. I hated what they did with Joel. I hated what they did with Ellie. They did nothing but focus on her sexuality. I mean, it was fine. I don't care what she was. That's all they talked about. I was like, we get it. But what about the zombies? Where are the clickers? You know, I was like, who's the next villain? Who was this other group? Like, you know, who's Abby? You know, like, why is she so buff? Like, what's her story? But what's so funny is that when they do give you her story, everybody go on YouTube, look up reactions for when you start playing as Abby. Everybody was like, oh my God. I should have did that. I should have recorded my reaction. I remember that. I got so mad. I was like, I gotta play as Abby? Why? Oh my God. Great times, great times. And Infamous, it's a video game. I don't think they're making another one. They're too focused on. They just announced they're going to do Wolverine and another Spider-Man game, of course. So they're going to be busy with Marvel projects. If they make another Infamous game, I'd be surprised. I would really be surprised if they do. I mean, they're fun. I miss playing them. It's been a minute, but I don't think they're making another one. They're too busy with Wolverine and Spider-Man and Ratchet and Clank. So, yeah. Anything else, friends? Anything else, verse? I need more. I've been thinking about listening to what Vanessa asked me to do. Trying to get into also talking about games. I can do that. It's just going to be a lot to kind of keep up to date with that. That's for sure. Yeah. I'm thinking about talking about video game trailers now too. Because there is a great new game coming out. It's supposed to be like a pirate themed game. I love pirate genres are my thing. I love pirate genres. I love singing sea shanties. I love singing shanties. You know what I mean? They're fun. And Viking music. Oh my God. I like going to those festivals where you dress up as knights and stuff like that. And you're all like just going in there with the mirrors and stuff. I love that stuff. I love going to that. You know, it's going to like dress up as medieval times and stuff like that. It's so much fun. I love it. I love it. But then when COVID happened, it didn't happen for a minute. And I was like, oh. So next time I'm able to go to one, I'm going to vlog it. I'm going to absolutely vlog it. So, Verse, other than that, though, any more questions? I could spare like, let's say, I could do like another 15 minutes, maybe 10 minutes, you know, just because I got to go on my school site and I got to make sure I turn in my work and do the discussion and participate in all that stuff. I want to make sure I get all my work done. But whew, this was this is cool. Yeah, this is fun, Verse. I just since I'm at it, there might be a video tomorrow. It's a maybe. It's a maybe. Is there any video that I upload tomorrow? It could be this, for all I know, because I might have to edit it. You know, trim down maybe the beginning a little bit when it was quiet. But yeah, I might take like just like one day off, like just a break. And if they end up releasing something, I'll probably do a video anyway. You know, I'm gonna have to put my schoolwork aside for like a second and be like, I have to talk about this because yeah, I'm gonna have to talk about it. But for real, I might release one Friday. If not Friday, definitely Saturday. Absolutely, I love making reels now. How do people in acting business How do people in the acting business could put a curse on a role movie or play a character? Oh, how do they put a curse? Oh, so the creepypasta factor. Thank you. I was waiting for stuff like this. Okay, so it's not necessarily the people that make the movie cursed. It's never the people, right? It's how do I say this? It's the topic. It's the topic that makes it cursed. That's what it is. So poltergeist. Right? It could be objects. It could be just the reinterpretation. A religious movie, by the way. Let's talk about something that was religious. The Passion of the Christ, made by Mel Gibson. That movie was cursed, right? Because it was an interpretation of Jesus Christ, right? And Mel Gibson, he had no holds bar on that movie, right? If you watch that movie, it was it was in your face, like for sure, right? And the main actor who played Jesus, he had pneumonia twice, and he got struck by lightning twice. I was like, whoa, right? Almost everybody in that cast ended up getting pneumonia. When it came down to the movie The Conjuring, because it was based on a true story, before they did that movie, I saw the behind the scenes. They brought in a priest to bless the studio set to make sure that there was no like no demons, no bad luck, no nothing. Like look up Conjuring behind the scenes 1 or 2. It's right in the beginning. There's like 2 nuns. There's the main pastor. They give him holy water, and he's doing this. And at first, I was like, "What is he doing?" And then once they zoomed out and they showed the whole studio lot, because the way how it works is that when you're assigned a project, right? If you're doing production, they're gonna assign you a studio. You're gonna have a construction crew. They're gonna come in. They're gonna build all these sets, and everything that you're doing is gonna be inside there. Blue screen, green screen, these fake floors, all that stuff. And before there was anything in the studio, the priest was just he was just doing that. So it depends on the subject. There are just certain things that spiritual wise, I'll put it in that way, that they just don't want to be talked about or interpreted. It could be anything religious wise. It could be anything maybe that somebody cursed, like Superman, right? The creators of Superman. I found out the reason why the Superman license is cursed. That's why they named it Man of Steel. Is because the creators of Superman, the 2 original guys that made it, apparently the company, before it became DC Comics, they didn't pay them fairly. They didn't give them any credit. So I guess they cursed their character. Like they were just like, I wish you bad luck for anybody who interprets the character of Superman, because you treated me unfairly. And now look, every single time somebody plays Superman with the title Superman in it, look what's happened to them. Look up every single one, right? Especially the one who played Superman in Superman 1, 2, 3, and 4. He became paralyzed from a horse. I was like, what? Oh, it's real. And then luckily Zack Snyder was smart, because in his movie, they didn't call it Superman. They called it Man of Steel. That was smart. That was smart. I was like, okay, I got worried for Henry Cavill. But no, I can see that he's doing fine because they named it Man of Steel. And then we got Superman and Lois. So I don't know why they put Superman and Lois. I don't think Lois really matters in the title. So I hope that actor will be okay. Like that would be me. I'd be like, oh, really? A script? Superman? Heck yeah. What's the title? Superman. I'm out. I'd be like, no way. I ain't playing that. Change that title or I'm not going to be a part of it. Tell top 10 of favorite games from the 2000s. I got to do a top 10? Let me see. Top 10. Okay. Infamous 2. I love Infamous 2. Killzone 3. Call of Duty Black Ops. I like the first one. Sly Cooper 3. I like 3. What's another game? Another game that I can think of. Ratchet and Clank. Crack in Time. I love Ratchet and Clank. That was a fun game. Another game. Assassin's Creed 4. I love Assassin's Creed 4. That's the pirate one. I told you I love sea shanties and just the pirate theme. It's in my soul. I love it. 4 more games. I can think of 4 more games. Grand Theft Auto 5. I like the interpretation of it. It was way better. The Wolf Among Us. The Last of Us. Ooh, number 1 game. This is hard. It's been a minute. So a number 1 game that I can think of that's really good right now would have to be Dragon Age. Dragon Age Origins. I love it because... No, I take it back. Dragon Age is number 9. Mass Effect. I love Mass Effect. The fact that you can create your own character, make your own choices. And what's so great about that game is that every single choice you make, because there's 3 games, it goes on to the next game. And if somebody dies in that game, they don't go on to the next one. They can if they survive. No, if they're dead, they're dead. And you have to go on and continue the story without them. And, you can romance whoever you want. You can kill off whoever you want. You can start off any mission that you want. I love Mass Effect. How did I forget about Mass Effect? Oh, my God. I love Mass Effect. I love it. I love it. Oh, BioShock. I should have put BioShock. What is the top 10 boring games? What is it? Let me see. A bad game. Okay, I got one. The latest Dragon Ball Z game. Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. I thought that game was stupid. I wasted $60 on that game. It was so boring. It was open world, which was cool, but the missions to do stuff was so boring. Did not. I didn't like it. I was like, ugh. I did not like that game. Let me see. Another game that I really did not like would have to be. I think some of the Naruto games. I thought some of them were a little boring. Absolutely. I think it was the one that had the animated clips. I didn't like that one. I forgot what it was. It's been a minute. If I could think of another bad game, The Last of Us 2. Oh my god, that's another one. That's another one for sure. Wasted my time on that game. I hated the ending mission. It went nowhere. Star Wars Connect. Remember the Xbox Connect, that little camera in the front, and then you would do stuff with your body? It did not work. I hated that sucker. Oh my god, I hated it. It was only good for dancing games. But if you try to play like an actual game, that sucker did not work. It sucked. I hated it. Uh there was a Star Wars game that I didn't like. Ratchet and Clank Size Matters. I didn't like that game. I thought it was a filler. I didn't like one because I'm a huge fan of Ratchet and Clank because they have so many games. But yeah, I didn't like that one. Let me see. What's another one? I think that's going to be the best that I can do right now. Just because of the fact that I haven't really talked about video games in a minute. I got to update myself. It's coming back to me slowly, but I haven't. Yeah, it's been a minute, especially when I'm talking about OG games, for sure. So, yeah, I think I got like what 4 or 5 right now on my list. So sorry, Vanessa, that's the best that I can do right now. I'll do my research when I can. Anything else, guys? I think I could spare like maybe 5 more minutes. Yeah. No, it's not. No, it was not. You try and make me mad. No, it is. No, it is not. So you're telling me Goku from Dragon Ball, who's always laughing and lighthearted, is always. Yeah, they look angry all the time. You know, I hated the graphics in Jump Force. Add that to the list. I forgot about that game. That game was stupid. I hated the characterizations, by the way. No, yeah, I just didn't like Force Jump. Force Jump was bad. You know, bringing all the Shonen Jump anime characters together, it was bad because there were so many glitches. There were so many glitches. It took forever to load a screen. I was just like, okay, it's been like 10 minutes. Like, what more do you gotta what more do you gotta do? I was just like, it's ridiculous. So I hated I hated it. Oh man. So yeah, Jump Force. If you think Jump Force is a great game because of graphics, Adrian, I don't know. Yeah. I think Leo will tell you otherwise. Anything else, guys? Oh, thank you, Vanessa. Okay, lady question, but in not involved game. Okay, sure. What? Give me an answer, Vanessa. Just waiting for the question. But man, that's crazy. Wow. I was talking about the stream. I was talking about movies. I went to Marvel. I went to DC. I talked about Godzilla. I was talking about horror films. Wow. I was talking about sci-fi. I was talking about what else did I talk about? And then we went to video games. What else did we talk about? Let me see. We talked about a lot of stuff. Trailers. Oh man. I can see why my friends get upset with me sometimes. Top 10 parody movies. Why are they always top 10? There's so much on the spot. Parody movies. I don't know. There's so like, do you mean by parody you mean comedy? Are you talking about comedy? Because I think the best comedy movie that I like for sure would have to be The Hangover. I love the first Hangover movie with Bradley Cooper. Hangover 2 was okay. It was fine. The third one was dumb. They just wanted to make a trilogy just because I didn't think they needed to do that. Yeah, I just didn't. Yeah, I like the first Hangover movie. That's my number one comedy movie of all time. I love it. I love it. Uh, I'm almost running out of time, Anissa, so unfortunately, I won't be able to answer 10. I'm sorry. If I next time if I start the stream and you manage to make it for sure, I'll do a top 20 or something for sure. But just right now, I'm running out of time. So sorry, Vanessa. Right now, just know my number one comedy movie of all time is The Hangover. I'm a huge fan of Bradley Cooper. If you haven't seen A Star Is Born that he directed and written, by the way, the one that has Dave Chappelle in it, you're missing out. It's a drama. I love it. I love his interpretation of his character, and I love Lady Gaga. Lady Gaga can act, by the way. I'm surprised. She's been. Oh, here's another thing. For those of you that don't know, Lady Gaga. If you haven't seen The Joker with Joaquin Phoenix, I personally don't feel like they have to make a second one, but they're going to. They're going to. But apparently, Lady Gaga is going to be in the role, and she's going to play Harley Quinn. I don't know how to feel about that. I really don't know. Lady Gaga as Harley Quinn? I'm so used to Margot Robbie. She's a great Harley Quinn, but now she left the DCU. She literally said, "I'm leaving the DC universe because they don't have a plan." I was like, "Girl, I don't even blame you. I don't blame you." Yeah, it has to be irritating. Um, but no, yeah, and I even heard that Joker 2 is going to be a musical. What? I don't know what Warner Brothers is doing. I don't know. I mean, it's not part of the other superhero movies because it's his own story. I like Joker for what it was because it was a drama. I loved it. But a musical? That's so weird. You go from drama to now you're singing. I don't know. It doesn't work that. It doesn't really seem. I don't know. It's weird. I guess it depends on your perspective. But to me, I don't like that idea. I don't like it. Anything else first? Anything else at all? Topic, creepypasta, or let's see. Just anything with me or anything maybe for later on. Oh, actually, guys, since you're on real quick, let me ask you if you guys saw my reel, the one I did with Siri. I love that one. That was the most creative one I made. It just sucks that I uploaded it the wrong way. I uploaded it as a video, and I meant to do it as a short, and I was like, oh my god, I was like, great, so now I gotta delete it. Someone liked it, but I was like, it's okay. Like sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. So I had to take it down and re-upload it as a short. It's okay for what it is, absolutely, for views, but that's my fault because I messed it up on the uploading part. But I really love that project. I was wondering, what did you guys think about it? I would love feedback, by the way. If there's something I messed up on, or even anything at all, like criticism, I welcome it. I'm trying to improve. So, what did you guys think about the Siri one? Like, was it what part, or like, what did you think with this and that? I don't know, just anything. I still got I could still spare like 2-3 more minutes. You're scaring me, Verse. Oh, there you go. Smosh is not the same without Anthony, and they should stop making videos. Oh, Smosh. Oh, we're going there now. Oh, so for anyone that doesn't know, Smosh, they were one of the original YouTubers that started YouTube. They're known for making skits. It was two people, Anthony and Ian. They were best friends. Even now, they're still cool, but they separated. I don't blame Anthony for leaving, because if he wasn't doing ideas that he wanted to do, I could see why he left. It's frustrating when you're trying to be creative and then you have studio interference. I completely understand that. That's part of the reason why I like doing independent films. Like if I go out there and if I have the chance to work with a high budget company, absolutely I'll take the opportunity. But if I have a chance to do a film that's an independent film, I'm going to do it because there's way more creative freedom. There's no one telling you what to do or what to put in, because that's where it messes it up. Like for Smosh, yeah, they were great. I don't know why they're still making more videos. It's kind of like, oh, you're still there. It feels like that when you look at their videos. Anthony's doing good. I love his podcast, his interviews. I watch him whenever I can. It was even interesting when he brought in people who are Satanists. I was like, what? And then they mentioned some interesting things. I was like, oh, okay, but no. So I was like, no way. But I know someone, but I know when it comes to studio interference, if you're a fan of Aliens and Predators, like Aliens 3, that has studio interference. I can see why that movie struggled the way how it did. There were two interpretations of that movie. Studio interference ruined that movie. Same thing with Spider-Man 3, Tobey Maguire's trilogy. The third one wasn't good because they wanted to bring in Venom. Sam Raimi, the director, literally said, I did not want Venom in that movie because I didn't study the character yet. I don't know. But because Sony was such in a rush to bring in Venom, they ruined it. And then they finally make their own movie of Venom, and it was garbage. I was like, this is what you wanted for Venom? Why were you so on about that character? Like, you finally made a movie about him, and he was garbage. I didn't understand it. I was like, I guess. When it comes down to another movie with studio interference, I know there's another one. It would have to be Batman and Robin. Oh, Batman and Robin from the 1980s with what was it, George Clooney. The reason why that movie was so bad, besides just the direction, they wanted to sell toys. Remember, some of these movies, especially when it comes down to superheroes, they're all about marketing. So they wanted to sell toys, so that's why they put in the Batmobile and the Bat Cycle, and they had Bat girl or woman, I wasn't sure, have a mask on for the toys. And then midway in the movie, she just takes it off and she throws it. And I was like, well, why did you have the mask on? I didn't understand that. That was so weird. I was like, what was the point of it if you weren't going to really wear it? It was just to sell toys. Even the director who made that movie apologized. And George Clooney, I feel so bad for that guy. Every single time somebody makes a joke about Batman, he always gets roasted. He doesn't fight it, too. He's always like, I know. I know. You can roast me. Did you watch One Punch Man? Season 1, yes. Season 2, I have not. I heard Season 2 is not as good as Season 1, the anime. I love Season 1. Season 1's great. But Season 2, I heard is kind of, yeah. So I've been off anime for a minute. I love anime, but I've been off it for a minute. It's just kind of, I don't know. Like, there's just some animes out there that aren't really as good anymore, in my opinion. I mean, there's some that are okay. I'm not saying they're bad. But creativity-wise, they're just not there. I don't know why. I'm not feeling it. Especially Boruto. Oh, my God. I checked in to see some of the latest stuff that they were doing. I don't know what they're planning anymore. It's random fillers. They're having episodes where Konohamaru is pretending to be the Hokage, and the villain is something else that's going on. They're so focused on the comedy aspect of these kids. I don't know what they're doing. It's so dumb. I don't like Boruto. It's so bleh. It's boring. I'm just like, this is what people like about Boruto. Even some of the animation was bad. I was like, what's going on? Man, they're not trying anymore with Boruto. So yeah, anime, it's kind of here and there for me. I wish some of my friends could come in here because I already know, like, I know I can be very knowledgeable or I talk a little too much, and if I do, apologize. It's just because I like discussions. But I know, like, they get irritated with me when I talk about Marvel, like I did in my video when I did that rant. I had to talk about that because they assumed that I hated Marvel, and I was like, no, guys, I don't hate Marvel. Absolutely not. I think they got a lot of great things. They got some great stories too in the comics. I'm not going to lie. If I see something that is dumb on the screen, I'm going to call it out. Like, it was dumb. If you guys have seen Doctor Strange, before I go, I saw Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness. If you guys have saw it, in the end, when they brought in Krasinski, right, to play Richards, and they were going against Wanda, what was so stupid about that scene is that Wanda didn't know Black Bolt's power. The one where he speaks, he can kill you. He didn't know his power. She didn't know. I'm sorry. She didn't know his power. So I was thinking to myself when he went, Wanda, don't do it. Black Bolt could kill you with a single word. I was like, why did you tell her? Like, you could have just said, hey, if you don't do it, he's going to do something. Like, he could have said that. Instead, he's like, if he speaks, oh, yeah, it's over. I'm like, why would you tell her that? Like, if he had powers on his hands, don't do that, because with the power of his hands, he'll be able to make you disappear with a snap. Watch Thanos. Hey, with that glove. And then she's like, what glove? The glove's gone. Oh, my God. Like, it was so dumb. I was telling Michael about that. Michael was like, yeah. He got hella mad. But I was like, it's true. I mean, that's stupid. Why would you tell her that? She didn't know. You kind of, it's bad writing probably. I don't know. Like, maybe they missed it or it was bad writing. But like, I noticed Phase 4 is starting to slip down a little bit. Like, it feels burned out. After these announcements, I don't know what's going to go on. It's just, like I said, all these Marvel movies, all the way up to 2025, it's so overwhelming. I was just like, man, that's a lot. Oof, I'm kind of superheroed out. But, yeah, Verse. Any last questions? I wanted to take just like maybe one more, maybe two more, but then I gotta go Verse. I kind of don't want to go either because I'm really enjoying this. This is great. I appreciate you all so much. I could do one last question, one more, if you guys have any. Yeah, this is fun. I'll start doing updates too when I'm about to do another live stream, for Q&A. Anticipation. KI? Huh? Huh? What were you writing, Adrian? What were you writing? Yeah, I got plenty of time. Just one more question. Oh, don't even worry about it, Adrian. It's totally cool. Sorry, that was an accident. Yes. I'm kind of waiting. I mean, I could go into a topic on my own, but I talked about so much. I talked about so much. I like that Warner Brothers directed Elvis Presley. I recommend you watch. Oh, I did. I watched Elvis, and I can't talk about it because I don't know if a lot of people have seen it, right? I don't want to spoil anything for anybody. I love movies like that. I love movies like Elvis. I love movies just like Sully. When I saw the movie Sully, directed by what's his name? Oh my God, the Western guy, Clint Eastwood. There you go, Clint Eastwood. I love his westerns. It was great. I love movies based on interpretation. Elvis was great. I will say this. I felt like it was a little too long, maybe by like 10 minutes, 15 minutes, but it was great. I also, one criticism I'll give the film is that I wish they used more of his iconic songs. They only used like 4 of them, and that was it. So, Andrew, I got to run. You win. The assignment was 3 minutes. All right, great. Thank you, Teach. If you're still here, I appreciate you watching. And it was great to have you here. I hope you can stay tuned for the next stream when I do one. I promise to announce it. And I'll turn in my work right away, too. So, thank you, Teach. But yeah, guys, Elvis was great. It was great, guys. I really did enjoy it. But, okay, Verse. Other than that, though, it's about that time. If you haven't seen Elvis, check it out. But other than that, though, Verse, thank you so much for watching. I wanted to test my live stream, and I had a great experience. I'll upload it right now, right away if I can. But yeah, other than that, though, Verse, thank you guys so much for watching. I'm looking forward to doing more Q&As. I'm going to do this a lot more. And if you have any questions, save them for the next Q&A and look forward to the next videos. My reel will be up, if not Friday, Saturday. Trying to stay ahead of the game because I got a few days ahead of time for sure. So other than that, though, Verse, I appreciate you. Thank you guys for all the questions and look forward to the next stream. Later, Verse. You all have a great day.